Hey guys! So today I'm feeling a little fired up, and I'll tell you why. Lately, the past couple days, I've been seeing a lot more stuff on public breastfeeding and all sorts of opinions surrounding it. I feel like this first got brought up in some of the groups that I was in on Facebook because where I used to live, there was an officer that threatened to arrest a woman who was nursing her baby in public. He apparently wasn't well versed on the law that states, at least in the state of Georgia, states that a woman may breastfeed openly wherever she is allowed to be. Anyways, I have seen so many differing comments and opinions on this subject, and I know that there's already a lot of good videos on other people's opinions on it, but I thought I'd voice my own. So let's go over some of these opinions and how I personally feel about them. The first thing that I seem to hear all the time is, it's a private matter. You should really do that in a private location. Private. Okay, for one thing, I don't understand why it's so private. A baby has to eat, just like I have to eat, just like you have to eat, we all have to eat. Why is it a private matter? Not only that, if you think it's such a private matter, great! Why don't you lead me to the nearest breastfeeding pod or station or room? Oh wait, they're virtually nowhere to be found. What do you want me to do about it? Well, why don't you just pump before going out? Why don't I just pump before going out? Why don't I do that? Okay. Well, let me start by saying that I exclusively pumped for almost the first 4 months of my son's life because I had to. And I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. It was a lot of work. First off, you have to get your pump out, set it up, then you start pumping. So you have no hands to hold your screaming child, who will scream at you the entire duration of your pump session because they want your attention because they're babies. While you're pumping, hopefully you can get enough milk because maybe you just fed them but you have to prepare for being out later, so it just messes up your whole nursing schedule. So yeah, let me get the milk that I maybe have in my boobs while my baby's screaming, then let me clean all of my parts, safely store my milk for whatever I'm gonna do, and if I'm out long enough, that means ice packs, a bottle warmer, so that you can get it to the perfect temperature, so hopefully your breastfed baby will actually take a bottle. Good luck. But I don't want to see your nipple. Why are you close enough to see my nipple? I don't want you to see it either. Why would you nurse a baby in a restaurant? I completely just lost my appetite. This one kills me. This one truly to the core kills me because of course a baby wants to eat when everybody else is eating. Why wouldn't it? Food smells good. We're eating. Why can't the baby eat? Secondly, this is the most important thing I think out of all of these. We were all made with something very special, special body part that's just absolutely incredible. And that, my friends, is the neck. And you know what's so great about the neck? It can move your head, like it can actually physically move your head wherever it wants to go. So my point of this being, if you see something like, for instance, I'm standing there and I look over, two people are literally tongue deep down each other's throats. Just making it get all crazy. You know what I can do? Oh my gosh, I can look over here because I physically can move my head and not see it anymore. And I think that that is just fantastic. And I feel like more people should do that. I don't want my child seeing that. That is completely inappropriate for children's eyes. You're right. You know what? We definitely shouldn't take real life situations and turn them into learning experiences for our kids. That's ridiculous. How about we take that moment and explain to our kids, hey, some moms feed their babies with bottles, some moms feed their babies with their boobs. The end. That's all it takes. Not that awkward, not that hard, and honestly, they probably don't care. Oh, whoa, but what about my teenage son? He really doesn't need to see that. I sincerely hope you don't look at his browser history anytime soon. Ooh. Too far? I'm joking. Or am I? Breastfeeding moms are only looking for attention. That's definitely why they're doing this in public. You know what? The other day I was sitting around with my friend who also breastfeeds her child, and we were talking and we're like, you know what we really want to do later? Let's just like go to the mall and let's just pull out like our whole, like the whole boob, like all of it, right in front of somebody's face, just so they can see it. And then we'll put our baby on just to make it seem a little more natural, but really, I just want people to see my boobs. Guys, that doesn't happen, I promise you. No breastfeeding mom wants your ignorant stares or your ignorant comments. Promise. The last thing we want to do is be noticed. We're just trying to usually calm our baby that's losing their ever-loving minds. So, would you prefer a screaming baby or a mom feeding her baby in whichever way she chooses? I would take the mom feeding her baby. Well, guys, I know that a lot of people have very differing opinions on this, and everybody's entitled to their opinions, but I've noticed that a lot of people that hold negative opinions towards this subject are people usually without kids that may not fully understand what all goes into breastfeeding and how difficult it can be, and how babies have a mind of their own and they want to feed whenever, wherever. And you can't help it. It is what it is. So I guess I just want to say, try to have an open mind. Try to be understanding towards moms that are just trying to do what they can for their child in the best way that they can, whether that's covered, uncovered, at home, in public, whatever they choose. They have probably worked really hard to have this sort of nursing relationship with their child, and it's not always easy. So just try to be understanding towards people who choose to feed their child wherever and whenever they choose to. Love everybody, be polite, don't be mean, it's all good. Alright guys, well I hope you're having a great day and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.